as taking a personal memento. Isn't that right?
I was trying to...
Well, before you tell us what you were trying to do, why don't you just tell us, did you characterize it at one time?
Line, please.
Well, I haven't gotten to that yet. Did you ever characterize it, or do you think that she took it as a personal, these things as personal mementos?
I was trying in my mind to ask myself why she would take these items. I first said maybe she wanted a personal memento, maybe it was out of revenge. I don't know why.
Well, at your deposition, do you remember saying that, this is on page 150, lines 1 through 6, that one of the reasons may have been that she was angry at him and wanted to take something, a personal memento?
I don't know why she took the items.
But did you say that in your deposition?
Yes, I did.
Now, you told us yesterday that there were some phone calls made at your home. Is that right?
That evening, yes.
In fact,
or that morning.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That morning.
Okay. In fact, we have absolute proof that occurred because when you get your bill from Southern Bell, it shows long-distance calls, doesn't it?
Yes.
I mean, there's a record made of phone calls from your house if they're long distance. You're aware of that, are you not?
Yes.
And you get a list of your telephone toll calls at the end of every month with your bill, don't you?
Yes.
And in fact, the exhibit that we've seen here comes from your telephone bill, isn't that right?
Yes.
And you're well aware that that bill was coming to you sometime at the end of, it would have been in April's bill, would it not?
Yes.
So there's absolute proof that these calls were made. Isn't that right, Miss Mercer?
Yes.
And you tell us yesterday that there was no real purpose to it. Is that correct?
That's correct.
You don't know now why you made these calls?
I made them to down. I don't know exactly why. I mean, I just tried to calm her down.
So you did it without knowing why?
Well, I did it to calm her down. Now, if there is any rationale in that, you know, obviously there is no rationale in why I would pick up the phone and make those phone calls, but I did it to calm her down.
Okay. You use the word appease. Is that right? To appease her?
Yes.
Okay. I take it what you're telling us today, there was no ulterior motive to making these calls?
No, there was not.
There was no, you weren't looking for somebody?
No, I was not looking for someone.
You weren't trying to track somebody down?
No.
You weren't trying to harass anybody?
No.
Just that you can't now remember any legitimate or any reason why you did it. Is that right?
I did it to calm her down.
Well, do you remember giving a reason why you did it back in April to the police?
I don't remember what I said to them.
Well, just think back. Can you think of any reasons now why you phone calls at 5:30 a.m., 5:27 to 5:30 a.m. in the early morning hours of March 30th, 1991?
I probably said that I did it to calm her down, to appease her.
You didn't call because you wanted to find out if a guy was going to answer the phone?
No, I did not.
So, as I understand your testimony today, you didn't call trying to find out if a guy was going to answer the phone. Is that right?
That's right.
By the way, how did the pad with the phone numbers get into your home?
at first had the picture frame, and then after talking to her for a while on the couch, she went back to her car and came in with a pad.
So what happened is that when she first came to your house, she didn't have this pad in her hand, did she?
When I saw her on the step, she only had the picture frame.
So then you went inside and the two of you talked, is that right?
Tried to.
Yeah. And you say that she's hysterical at this time, is that right?
Yes.
In this hysterical condition, she leaves your house, is that right?
Yes.
Goes out to her car,
Yes.
gets the pad with the phone numbers on it out of her car,
Yes.
goes back into your house, is that correct?
That's right.
The two of you then sit down and start thinking about making these phone calls, isn't that right?
That was my decision. I did that.
But was that decision made before or after she went out to the car to get the pad?
That decision was made after I looked at the pad and saw that there were phone numbers on the pad.
Why did she go out and get the pad?
I don't know.
Did she say she was going out to get the pad?
I don't remember her saying that, no.
Did you ask her where she was going when she went out the door?
I think that maybe she might have said, I'm going to get something else, or I'm not quite sure exactly what she said.
I mean, this is your friend who's just been raped and assaulted and is leaving your house and you don't even know why?
I knew she was going to the car to get something.
She told you she was going to her car?
She said she had something or to get something. I'm not sure. I'm not clear on that, exactly what she said to me. But I knew that she was going to her car.
So she told you she was leaving your house to go out to the car, is that right?
She didn't say she was leaving my house.
She said she was going to her car.
She said, I guess you could say that she was going to her car. She said she was going to get something.
And
or I got that, feeling that she went to get something from her car.
And that's when she came back with the pad, with the phone numbers.
Yes.
And maybe it was a sign. I just wanted to see her has, obviously a company would give my dad out, but
You get the pad.
I was trying to...
Let me back it up to get
Sure.
the questions themselves.
What date is the statement?
April 29th, page 7.
Can I have some more water, please?
Right now, Roy Black's preparing to play more tapes of of Ann Mercer's statements to Palm Beach police officers.
I have phone numbers to see who they were. Well, I hung up. I didn't say who was this. I was just wondering maybe it was a sign. I just wanted to see who has, obviously a company would give my dad out, but I was trying to appease her and calm her down.
Now this is the Mr.
The quote continues on to the next page. Mr. Black is distorting the quote.
There's no objection to playing.
I didn't say who was this. I was just wondering maybe it was a sign. I just wanted to see who has, obviously a company would give my dad out, but I was trying to appease her and calm her down. I called her phone number. calm her down. She had this nurse had to look at these phone numbers, let's call, see who they are.
Okay. So you did say, I was just...
The quote goes on for the entire page about the discussion about the phone calls. It's just a
On the witness stand right now, Ann Mercer, a friend of the alleged rape
Yes.
victim, who is being cross-examined by defense attorney Roy Black.
Well, we're asking you about it. Let me show you what it looks like. Asking you about it. Let me show you what it looks like. This is the urn that we're talking about, not that
Yes.
saw that night?
Yes.
Chuck had it, is that correct?
Chuck, yes, had it in his possession.
Was he holding on to it when you saw it?
I believe he was holding on to it.
Okay. And did he put it in the Jeep?
Yes.
And then you got into the Jeep?
Yes.
And the two of you drove home?
Yes.
And he took it out, was he holding it while you were driving?
I don't remember that, no.
Did he take it out of the Jeep and bring it into your home?
Yes.
Where was it placed in your home?
In the living room.
Are you aware that only your fingerprints are found on the urn?
I had read that, and I assume that's because I had given it to the police.
But Chuck's fingerprints are not on the urn, are they?
That
I
is
mean,
very odd to me.
do you have any idea why Chuck's prints were not on the urn?
That is very odd to me.
I mean, did anybody clean the urn after it was in your house?
No.
Okay. Well, let me ask you, if you recall these statements from April 5th of your police statement on page 7.
Alright. And he came back from the beach area. He went outside. He came into the kitchen. We were in the kitchen. Right. And then what happened? I ran through the kitchen area and went out to the driveway. Was Patty carrying you? I don't remember. Okay. Do you remember Chuck holding anything?